Hi, I'm Chase, and this is going to be my session I'm going to be calling Joyful Breadcrumbs. I am feeling called to do this because even like you see my ego coming out even when I'm saying it now. I'm trying to connect to my highest self, but I want to share my story because I have this deep rooted belief that um, if all it takes sometimes is for someone else to hear something in your story to be able to help them, and if the only thing you had to do was share it, wouldn't you do it? So even though sometimes when you're sharing, it makes you feel vulnerable and just open, just sometimes I just feel like my heart chakra is just completely just open for everyone. Um, I just feel like it's worth it because there's just been too many times where when someone has shared something with me and it has really helped me along my journey and my path, and we're all traveling, this having this human experience, we're all traveling our paths, and I just think it's so important just to share. And so how you're kind of getting through things, and because I'm in an interesting place right now of navigating a lot of different things, feelings and emotions, and being really interested in navigating these feelings and emotions. Again, I think it's just a little bit, just important to share. I'm gonna take up a little space with this one. And so I wanted to kind of structure it by looking at it as kind of like a project log. Again, every day you have a different challenge, a different project you're going through. So just kind of keeping notes of the journey, breadcrumbs. And so I can go back and say, oh, okay, well, this is, I see the observations here. This is what happened. This is what we did, you know, and just kind of seeing where this goes. So I want to start off with a reflection and an observation for the week. I shared on a post from the weekend was about awareness in one of them, and I even after that, I get the vulnerability, like the hangover afterwards of sharing. When you share something, you're like, oh my God, I shared that. But I just think it's just so important to share about the different steps and the different phases that we go through while we're healing. And I think that awareness is it's just an interesting stage because I just didn't realize how important it was. With awareness, it sometimes I tell my therapist all the time, it makes me feel like I'm lost and found at the same time. So I'm pretty sure I Google all the time and I'm always reading, this is what they call sometimes either existential crisis, spiritual awakening. I don't know. It makes me feel flat out crazy sometimes, but I know it's with reason. And so again, just being aware of like all these feelings, all these emotions, and not being so logical all of the time with it, or still actually still doing that. And again, me being aware of that, still being logical to an extent, but just giving more energy to the fact and the realization that I am a feeler. I'm an emotional person. I have big emotions. I feel really big good emotions, really big bad emotions, and just inserting the period or the pause there. Like this is it. I have really big feelings, and just seeing what that looks like. And again, sometimes that's hard to do, and then there are other days where it's fun. There's a beauty to it. Sometimes I laugh at myself. Today was a day where I'm walking around the house as I'm all the things I don't want to do, and I'm trying to push myself to do because I've been working on goal setting and trying to move forward. I've been just really dedicated to trying to take these steps forward. And just being aware of all the stuff that I don't want to do this. I don't like doing this. Like, it's just really like taking a look like from my highest self, like, oh, you can do it. Like, I know you don't like this, but just giving myself that energy that this sucks. I don't like this, and just kind of just working from there, and celebrating myself for the small wins that I do, and just trying to, again, being there for that. So, and then I want to kind of move towards, so that's my reflection, because my one observation for the week. Again, I journal a lot of all these different things that is happening in this awakening that I'm going through. So my gratitude for that, because they say gratitude is scientifically proven to improve your mood, and I'm very much into the how emotions manifest physically within the body, as I am trying to heal myself, not only mentally and emotionally, but physically as well. And they're all interconnected. So with that being said, I actually am going to express gratitude for chance to get to learn the lessons, and to see them again, to be aware, to see what is happening, and just this very poignant focus section of like awareness of just being able to see, like I was saying about like seeing the things I'm holding, being more aware, and being able to start to see where my judgments lie towards myself, and where I'm, hey, you need to, and maybe a little bit more self-compassion right here, because you're feeling angry or resentful, and it's probably because you need something. And so I wasn't able to do this before, to really sit, and say like, there's something I need. And so now I'm starting to get there. So again, it's a slow process, and it's crazy because sometimes I can see like the healing from like a future, kind of aspect of it, perspective, but then it still feels like it's like, oh, but I'm still in this space though. So, it's not the most, I feel like it's not the most glamorous phase where anyone is going through it, but it's and it's an interesting one, and you can feel, you just kind of know that it's necessary. So I know this is going to be an ongoing thing. So I'm just going to learn to be uncomfortable with the awareness, this phase of awareness, and feeling again this like losing parts of myself that I've probably needed to lose, but when things are taken from me, I usually just want to hold on. I'm so used to fighting for everything, and so this idea of me, my mantra for the year of being light and being able to share, to kind of purge. I think I'm like freaking out because it feels like things are being taken away from me, and yes, they are, but for a good way, so that I can clear in room and space for more positive energy and more things that serve me. So again, that process, you would think like, oh, I'm getting positive energy, that sounds amazing. I mean, it is, but there's a process to it. Like I can almost like feel like how things are going on. Like I want to hold on, like I want to hold on, and sometimes it's time for things to go, letting things go. So and I learned that from just when I was having a bad weekend. I took some things down in my house, but actually, when I started to feel better again and coming around, some of it I needed to let go. There were things I said in the storm. So again, my gratitude, kind of got off track there, but my gratitude is to be able to see the beauty in that, of learning the lessons, and being in that awareness. I think that is just beautiful, to be able to just see God, and that. And so my intention for the week, would be, I've been working on limited beliefs. So, again, now that I'm aware, I'm working on awareness, that is. So now that that's kind of in motion, just some of these limited beliefs that aren't serving me, how can I start to kind of just start moving those out? So first, it's becoming more aware. So my intention is to become more aware of these limiting beliefs, and then if I'm able just to continue, it's just like move them out. If they're not ready to move yet, and I'm still learning the lessons, that's fine. But if it's some of them that can just go, sayonara. So let that go. And then typically, and then now, in a day like this, again, I'm still kind of all over the place a little bit. I feel like my thoughts are still a little jumpy, and I want to meditate. I'd want to just like, be able to just like shut it down and just be quiet, really quick. But sometimes you just can't get there right away. Um, but, just to spend some time with myself, and to kind of get attached to what's going on in my body right now. So, that was, I kind of got the chance to talk that out, but to kind of just sit and physically and be just more so in this moment, and express that mindfulness. So, I would probably just put on a little song and kind of vibe out with it and kind of walk it through. So I'm going to put on the song by one of my oldest friends. Well, we've been friends the longest, that is. He's not one of my oldest friends. Oh my God. But my friend Nate Zero, we've known each other since like sixth grade, first grade. And the song is called Make Love to You. So I'm just going to keep this on in the back because it's a good vibe. And then just kind of like, let's see where we're at with it, and kind of breathe through it for a minute. And so typically, just like I've noticed, like to plant my feet, and I just get a rock, just to be able to breathe, and just to start to be aware of what I'm feeling in the moment, the rush. And so you can already feel, how I'm kind of moving a little quicker, so maybe I'm gonna slow it up a little bit. I I just tend to put a hand usually on my heart and somewhere on my solar plexus, on my sacral, just where I feel comfortable. So this is where your chakras, your energy. These are 7 energy centers that are located in your body. It's kind of just like feeling that energy. And so I just, that's something I need right now. It might be just something I need. And so I'm just gonna just continue to rock. Just becoming aware of this moment where I am, hearing the vibe. And you're just kind of going through and just being aware of your breathing. Where are you? Like, where are you breathing? So when you breathe, you want to fill your lungs and expand. And then you just want to let all of it out and pull your belly in tight to your spine. And so sometimes it's not always so easy. So I just kind of, wherever you are with it, but just being aware of how you're breathing. Like, what are you really feeling? So you just breathe out everything, just letting everything go. Everything that you don't want, everything that's no longer serving you, just letting that go. Just, love, letting it go with love and a rock. And expanding. Yeah. And then letting it go. Just letting it go. Everything in the week. And I don't need to take anything more with me than I need to. I'll probably take love into the week. I like that. I'll take that with me. Thank you. But some of those limiting beliefs, I can probably keep those behind. So I'm just going to continue to breathe and just continue to rock. 8. And again, just taking a moment to just kind of feel where you are in your hips, in your stomach, in your chest, feeling your heartbeat. Just being so grateful to be alive and with that, little drum inside your chest. I just think that's so beautiful. God, like, put music within us. Just kind of rocking with that, kind of feeling anything being held up in your throat, anything you need to say, just being aware. And putting your third eye and you're getting up to that crown chakra, just really rocking out and breathing. Just continuing, just to be here, just to be grateful for this moment, to be able to take this time, just to be here in this moment. Whatever else is going on right now, it's okay. But you're here just to be grateful for how your body is just circulating the blood in your body and the air is coming in and out of your lungs. How beautiful that is. Because you are a God. God lives within you. So anyway. All right, so I'm just going to continue to try to rock out a little bit, and I just wanted to start sharing. These are my breadcrumbs for today. Have a good night.